Hey bosses, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways to make money in real estate without actually investing in real estate. Stay tuned. Hey bosses, welcome back to my channel, and this is the segment Show Me the Money, where I talk to you about investment strategies, investment properties, or just ways to make more money. And today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways to make money in real estate without actually investing in real estate. A lot of people want to enjoy this market, and right now the real estate market, it's very hot, especially here in Florida, but all over the country we see news of cities that don't have enough supply to come up with the demand that is happening. And the first thing I want to say is that this is not a bubble. A bubble like was in 2008, that burst in 2008, was generated because people could buy property without having any money. They were buying 5, 4, 3 properties without putting any money down and not using those properties. They were renting those properties, so they were not the end user. The credit back then was just a scandal. Everybody could get money from the bank, even if you didn't have any job, assets, or any collateral to give to the bank. Right now, the banks are analyzing the buyers, doing a very, very deep and thorough analysis of their finance in order to give them money. So the people that are actually getting loans, they can't pay for it, and they are buying property from themselves, for themselves, not to flip, not to rent, properties to use it. And here in Florida, because of that one side of demand, that people are just buying more with the lowest interest rates in the history. Also, a lot of people are moving from other states here. Florida has been seeing massive snowbirds moving here. New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Connecticut, even Canada. People are still moving here to Florida. So this demand is very high. With that, a lot of existing products already sold, and of course construction cannot make the same pace as demand. If I want to buy a property, a land, to do a project, to approve it and sell it, it's going to take a lot of months. So as the demand is high and the supply is low, the prices come up, and that's why this is a great opportunity to invest in real estate right now. But if you don't have the money to invest in real estate, that's not a problem. There are 3 ways that we're going to talk about right now, how you can enjoy this market. Number 1, it's becoming a real estate developer. A real estate developer is the individual or the company that takes one kind of real estate and develops into another one. The most common is just developing land. You buy a land, you put a project on it, you sell it, you make money. Of course, this cycle takes time, but you don't need to have the money to do that. If you are looking for properties to develop, you can find a land. You can talk to an architect or partner up with an architect that's going to tell you what they can do there. How many square footage can they build? How much of square footage can they sell? The price. You talk to a realtor or check the market for how much is selling. You do the numbers and you present that to investors. The investors are the ones that are going to put the money. And by doing that, you are providing the investor a service because they want to make money with the real estate market, but they don't have the time to do it, and you are the one that is going to do it. And as a real estate developer, you have several streams of income. Number 1 is a structuring fee. Usually real estate developers, to present those opportunities to investors, they charge a fee because there's a lot of work involved. You're going to buy a land, develop or check what can be done there. You're going to talk to a general contractor to make up the numbers or to get to the numbers of the budget, which we call pro forma. And then you're going to talk to a realty company that you are going to see how is going to be the selling strategy. So that's a lot of work. And that's everything that I just said happened before you even start a project. So that's why it's a structuring fee. Once you bought the land, you are going to actually develop the project. You have the management fee because you are managing that project for your investor. Your investor is there. He's a doctor, he's a lawyer, he's a retiree. So he's not doing anything on the project. They are taking care of their lives and you are taking care of their project. So that's a management fee. And another source of income that real estate developers have is the performance fee. The performance fee usually is, you are going to tell your investor, look, I think this project is going to take, it's going to give you minimum 10% return. Okay, that's just the number that I'm making. Everything that goes over 10%, we are going to split 50-50, 70-30, 80-20. You decided with your investor. But that's going to tell the investor that you are going to make the best effort that you can to reduce the costs, increase the price of sale, because you also want to have a very nice performance fee. So that's number one. The second way that you can invest or enjoy the real estate market without investing in real estate is wholesaling. Wholesaling is almost similar. You're going to find a property for a price. You're going to find a buyer for that property, and you are going to be in the middle, being the one that buys the property and sells the property to the new guy. Let me explain. Let's say you find a property in a market that you could sell this property for $150,000 if they were in good conditions, but they are not. And because they are not in good conditions, you manage to negotiate with the seller for $80,000. So you are going to call your general contractor friend and you are going to that house to see how much renovation this house needs. Let's say this house needs about $10,000 worth of renovations. So 80,000 plus 10 would be 90, but that's not the point. You are going to take that number, $10,000, and you are going to present to an investor, look, you want to do a flip? I have this house here that I can sell you for $100,000. You're going to put another $10,000 in renovations, and you can sell it based on the comparables for $150,000. Did you see what I did there? I bought the property. I got the property under contract for $80,000, but I'm selling that property to someone else for $100,000. So I'm making $20,000, and that is still good for the investor because he's going to buy the property for $1,000. He's going to put another $10,000 in this, so he's going to put $110,000, but he's going to sell it for $150,000 or even more. So he's also making money. He's making more money than me, of course. He's taking more risk. So what you're going to do is put the closing of the both contracts in the same day, and you're going to talk to a private lender to finance you because you need to buy that property in order you can sell that property. Let's say this private lender lends you the money, and he's going to do that because he already saw the other person, the buyer. He puts a deposit, he has a contract, he's not going to back off on the contract, so everything is good. Let's say he charges you $1,000 to do that, to lend you the money for one day. You pay $1,000 and still have $19,000 with nothing. You started with nothing and now you have $19,000. So that's the second way that you can make money on real estate, which is wholesaling. And the third way is the rental arbitrage. Arbitrage is nothing more than get something in one market and selling for another price in another market. Let me explain. There's a lot of opportunities in places like Orlando or even here in South Florida, but not South Beach, because South Beach that's not allowed, that you can rent properties on a daily basis, the short-term rentals. You can do that in Tampa, you can do that whatever market you are looking for, but the ones that has a lot of tourists are usually better. And what that has to do with making money on real estate? Number one, you're going to look for a property to rent as a long-term rental. Let's say you rent a house for $2,000 a month and you made your research and now you can rent this house daily for $200 per day. So if you have 100% of occupancy rate, you're going to make $6,000 and you're paying $2,000 for your landlord. Let's say you make 80% of occupancy rate, you're still going to make $4,800 per month. Usually a management company will charge you between 10 and 20% to manage that for you, cleaning, but you can do that on your own. And usually you need to do like a provision for 10% provision to replace broken items. But if you are renting in Airbnb, VRBO, something like that, they have insurance, and in the end, the insurance will pay for it, and the tenant will pay for this insurance. But anyway, let's say you take off 30% of your income in expenses. You're still making around $3,300 if you have an 80% occupancy rate. You take the $2,000 that you have to pay to your landlord, you still have $1,360 net on your pocket without buying or building anything, just by arbitraging the rental. And you can do that with 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 properties, and you just add up, and then you have a very nice portfolio of or Airbnb operation, and you can make a lot of money on that. So those were the 3 ways that you can make money in real estate without actually investing in real estate here in my channel. I see you next time.